So Sanji is a member of the Vinsmoke assassin family. This chapter, oh my god, it's so crazy. And just before I start this video, I just want to give a shout out to the Flying Panda. He's a theorist. He made a prediction about this like 3 months ago, that not only was he a part of a family with 3 brothers, but that he was a part of a family of assassins as well. I mean, I don't know how that happened, honestly. So check his video out, it's insane. This entire thing is insane. Like, I was expecting some kind of reveal for like, I don't know, like a mafia family like everyone was saying, or like royalty, but an assassin family, that's just amazing. Now, this chapter started out with mostly Neko Mamushi and stuff, just a bunch of comedy stuff. But the interesting part is that they're actually starting to kind of like doubt saving Sanji, especially Zoro. And Zoro, in a way, I understand where he's coming from, because I made a lot of videos about this. And basically saying that there shouldn't be a Big Mom rescue arc, because they've spent the last 2 arcs, Punk Hazard and Dressrosa, were dedicated to actually starting a war with Kaido. Now, they haven't even really done anything to make Big Mom angry. All they really did was, call her out on Fishman Island. That was it. They never really harmed her in like any way. So I feel like Sanji, whatever Sanji's gonna do, whether he breaks free, whether he sabotages the wedding, no matter what, I feel like that will maybe fuel a Big Mom war, but not anytime soon, just because it's built so much up to Kaido. And even Zoro just sort of like clarified that. He's like, we're not gonna go out of our way to fight Big Mom when we're already set on Kaido. And of course, people still want the Big Mom arc, and it's understandable, but once again, it would be like if they set up, Alabasta with like the Baroque Works members, and then all of a sudden they just switched over to Sky Island, you know what I mean? It just doesn't add up. So they should finish up with the Kaido arc, and whatever happens to Sanji, hopefully he makes it back with Caesar to the Kaido arc. I don't think going out of their way to like just attack Big Mom would make much sense. Sanji is a strong member, and if this were like Nami or something getting captured, then I could understand everyone being like, okay, we gotta go save her. But Sanji did this out of his own free will, so having a rescue arc just doesn't add up. Luffy's always only saved people who want to be saved. He doesn't go out of his way to help someone who doesn't really need helping. With Nami, Zoro, and even Robin, he only helped them when they asked for it. Like when he came to Nami's island with Arlong Park, he only saved her once she said she needed help. He didn't even consider her situation. He just completely ignored that, and he was like, okay, tell me when you need help and I'll follow through. With Zoro, he let Zoro get slashed in half by Mihawk, and he didn't even like bother to help. And of course he wanted to help, but like he just doesn't interfere with people's business. And same thing with Robin. He came to Nini's lobby, he asked her if she needed help, she said yes, and then he helped her. It wasn't like, that's why he wants to hear Sanji's answer. He wants to know if Sanji actually needs help. If Sanji says no, he's probably not going to save him, And that's why I think Sanji will probably save himself. I think he's strong enough, and since he's had 0 development since Oda's kind of, messed around with his character a little bit, he hasn't really won any fights, quote unquote. This is a good way to redeem him. If he needs help from the Straw Hats, that would just be such a, huge blow to his character. I've said this for months, and I still stick to it, even though it's sort of kind of hinting towards a potential Big Mom arc, maybe them going over and picking him up or getting an answer out of him. But I honestly think he has Caesar with him, and Caesar is pretty strong. I mean, his weapons are incredibly strong. As far as the rest of the chapter, some fun little things. You got Chopper and the little furry reindeer mink. That was pretty funny. I wonder if anything will actually happen with that, because like I know at the end of the series we're gonna have like Usopp with Kaya. So what if Chopper, makes a little girlfriend on this island, and then he comes back at the end of the series or something like that, And Peckham's actually seems like a pretty good guy from this chapter and the last chapter. He just seems like such a genuine dude, and I don't know why he would join Big Mom, unless Big Mom's a lot nicer than we think. I don't know. So hopefully we get like a little backstory with Peckham's, maybe during the Big Mom arc, to see why he joined, what conditions, did he become like kind of more of an evil pirate to help a Yonko out to, destroy countries and all that, and take over nations. So I wonder if maybe he will actually help them, maybe he'll betray Big Mom during the Big Mom arc. But lastly, the whole assassin thing, I'm still just like really hyped over that. Like, how is this gonna work out? Does Sanji have maybe like some kind of Killua like assassin awakening, you know what I mean? Like, remember how he would go into that assassin mode? He'd just go around trying to, like, he'd just become demonic. He already has like a Satan mode, so I wonder if he will kind of add like a stealth mode to it. That would be really cool to see. Maybe like an assassin flame, like an aura. That would be really cool to see. I definitely wonder if he will actually show any sort of assassin techniques. Did he actually learn anything as a kid when he was in this family? Was he just, maybe he was so young that he didn't know how to do anything yet, like assassin wise? But even Killua from Hunter x Hunter, he learned all this at a very young age. He learned how to become an assassin. He was only like 12, I think, in the current story. So we don't even know how much Sanji could have learned from this family. And it's definitely somewhat probably of a sort of like a reference maybe to Hunter x Hunter. We don't really know. Oda could have had this plan from the start, but in a way I sort of doubt it. Maybe he just had the idea of him being part of some kind of very powerful family in mind, and then maybe he saw Hunter x Hunter and was like, oh cool, it'd be nice if I make Sanji really badass in the New World, and we reveal that he's a part of a much more deeper like background. And I definitely think that since this is the year of Sanji, we'll probably be seeing a lot of stuff relating to his family, maybe seeing even as a younger kid, maybe him training. But in a way I sort of doubt it, just because we saw against Red Leg Zeph that he doesn't really have that much combat experience, because if he did, he probably would have been able to at least stand some ground. But who knows, maybe he was just so weak at the time, his body was just too small. He did definitely put up the most resistance, which shows that he at least has the guts. But I don't know where this can really go. I wonder if it'll just be like his background, or it'll actually we'll actually see some stuff in the future about it. And another thing is, I wonder if he still is of some kind of royal maybe background. His dad could maybe be an assassin, and maybe his mom could be like a celestial dragon. I don't know, it sounds crazy, but still the stuff with the Mr. Prince, and him calling himself Mr. Prince, him having all these different characteristics that him being wanted alive. I really wonder if he's still of some royal, or at least maybe the government sees him as important, his family as important. So I guess we'll have to wait on that. But this chapter was pretty good. I feel like there could have been more to it, just because a lot of it was just with Nekomamushi playing around. So I wonder if he's trying to drag out chapters again, because Oda does that usually when something important's coming. So he could be dragging it out. I know there's a theory, I think by Alpha Too Late, saying that there is going to be a St. Valentine's Day reference to the wedding. So Oda could be trying to maybe drag a lot of the chapters out in order to make it happen exactly on Valentine's Day. I don't know. Write in the comments what you think below. Tell me if you noticed anything important in that chapter that I missed. And I'll see you guys later.